Hello to the world of KOSMEK. Thank you very much for your today's participation in our webinar about the overview from our quick mold and quick die change systems. My name is Nikolai Pruller and I will guide you through today's webinar. In the next 20 minutes, you will hear and learn about the company KOSMEK. You will see an overview of what our components in quick mold and quick die change systems can achieve into your production, and you will experience the benefits of KOSMEK quick mold and die change systems from our customer ASEAN Turkey. Some organizational points up first. You will find this presentation as a downloadable video at www.kosmek.eu soon. You can ask us questions directly via the Q&A or the messenger from Zoom. Depending on how much questions we get, we try to answer them at the end of the session. For any other belonging, please contact us directly at kosmek@kosmek.eu. KOSMEK is the world's leading expert in powered clamping. Due to the limitation from Japanese car manufacturers to 70 bar maximum pressure 40 years ago, KOSMEK developed one of the most innovative technologies for pneumatic and hydraulic work holding solutions like clamping, positioning and supporting, and also for factory automation and quick mold, quick die change systems. Since then, KOSMEK has been the continuous market leader in Asia. 8 years ago, the increasing demand of KOSMEK patented low pressure technology brought the company to Europe. Today, KOSMEK is represented worldwide with subsidiaries and partners in every part of the world. Our service network is working across borders and to support our customers independent from their location. All over Europe, more than 20 partners are here to support and service our customer. Coming to the product areas and product groups of the quick mold and die change systems, we generally talk about 3 types of technologies. First is the vertical injection molding, where the tool will be loaded from the top. Second are horizontal injection molding machines and high pressure die casting machines, where the tool is loaded from the side. And last but not least, we also talk about punches and presses, where the tool is also loaded from the front. In terms of quick mold and quick die change systems, all these machines need a similar equipment to reduce the setup times in terms of tool changing, to reduce the downtimes for better use and to increase the outcome of the machine, and to reduce the cycle time per each shot, which is the most difficult but most effective benefit. From the basic technology, we talk about the loading and positioning with the help of our pre-rollers and die lifters and the loading chain for vertical loading. For the positioning equipment like mold support, leveling unit, or mold locators, we can see here. Then clamping equipment like hydraulic or pneumatic in various shapes and sizes for the automated clamping and unclamping of the molds and of the dies. In terms of clamping, we also have the unique mechanical lock technology in our clamps. In terms of die casting, we do have automated ejector rods and quick connect ejector rods for faster and easier changing of the ejector pattern. In terms of the vertical injection molding machine, I want to show you the following. Sorry, misclick. I want to show you the following example here. So right here, we can see our mold leveling unit. In this example, we want to show you how the level unit is positioning the mold. Each time the mold is securely loaded on top of the mold level unit. When the mold dimension is differing to previous ones, the mold level unit can be adapted. And as you can see here, when the mold comes in a tilted position, the mold leveling unit itself doesn't descend from there. Only if it is perfectly tilted on top of the level unit, the leveling unit is going down. So therefore, the loading time, so the setup time of the machine can be reduced just by using our leveling unit. we are also able to level the molds in various sizes. The rollers on top of the leveling unit allows us to slide in a direction with very light force. And we are able to change the setup time with our leveling unit. In terms of die casting machines, I want to show you the following example. And please look here. I'm sorry, I cannot make it bigger, but we have here a case study for a press machine with our auto clamping. Here you can see the loading and positioning of the tool and the automated clamping process. Starting with the clamping tools first, you can see that the piston clamp is releasing of the tool. Now we are removing it from the movable side, and afterwards we are now releasing the clamps for the lower die, our lever clamps type GPB. Once this is done, we are now able to move the movable plate up from the die, and afterwards we are now folding our pre-rollers for easier positioning and easier loading or unloading of the die. So now you can see the die lifters have been supplied with pressure. The die is able to move just by the operator hand, and we are now unloading the die. So now let's go forth to the loading process of the die. Once more, we are starting with our vertical folding pre-rollers to position and load the die into the machine. Here you can see the forklift moving the die on top of the vertical folding pre-roller. And now we can position it inside of the machine, very easy just by the operator. Once this is done, we now are able again to use the movable side and put our GA piston clamps once again on top of it. Once this is done, we are now able to confirm the locked state with the pressure switch on these clamps. So now we are clamped on top of the movable side, and now we are going again to the lower die. With this, you are able to reduce your setup time from loading and unloading of the die, and you can change the complete setup time process with the help of our locating, positioning item components, and our clamping components. Now I want to show you how the process itself is looking. Here you can see how the press is working with all our components, and as you have already seen, the loading and unloading of the die. Now, in terms for bunches and presses, we also have another application example which I want to show you regarding our pneumatic free rollers and die lifters. So here you can see the die is going to be loaded on our pre-rollers. These are spring-loaded, and we are going to position the die inside of the machine with the help of our pre-rollers and the die lifters. So now we are positioning the die inside of the machine with the help of our pneumatic free rollers, which enables us to move the die 360 degrees flexibly, very easily by the force of our operator. Here you can see the locating points where our die is going to be put into. So when the die change is completed, we stop supplying pressure, and the die is placed onto the bolster very easy. So here again, very easy to locate of our die, and therefore easy setup change, and we can reduce the cycle time once more. So these were the points regarding locating, positioning, and clamping with the help of our quick die and quick mold change systems. Now, some of the benefits which can be achieved from using our automatic clamping from quick mold and quick die change systems. Before, you had to tighten the mold by hand and all of the individual bolts. Now, you only need one button operation to do that. Before, there were different operators and therefore also different tightening forces. Now, the work is completely standardized because of the possibility of our automatic clamping. First, it were in a bad working condition. Tightening also could lead into an injury while changing. Now there is no more dangerous work anymore because of work standardization and locking of the die with only one button operation. The machine also could have been operated without even tightening any of the bolts, which could lead to a serious accident in the production process. After changing now to our automatic clamps from KOSMEK, there is not any insufficient locking anymore. And it is hard to tighten the dies with bolts when the work condition is bad. It also can deform the die. And therefore, with the help of KOSMEK automatic clamping, we can prevent the deformation of the die. Now that were the benefits of our automatic clamping components, and this brings me now to the next area of the quick change ejector rods and couplers from our die casting areas. Here you can see the quick connect ejector rods for the die casting area, and here we have the ejector couplers, which connects the extrusion plates with the ejector plates. So the ejector rod itself, as we can see here, has been divided into a base rod and an attachment rod. The reason, therefore, is simplicity, ease of use, and the speed when changing the ejector patterns. No tools are required, which allows us for changes in mere seconds. The main benefits of using our quick connect ejector rods, the PMEs, are that they are very easy to use. You just pull out and put it back in to arrange the new ejector pattern, and they are light, safe, and therefore highly reliable, and you don't need any more tools for changing of the ejector patterns. Now let us have a short look at the application example from the change of the ejector patterns, as we can see here. So here you can see the setup was 4 ejector rods to change, and now we are starting. So KOSMEK quick connect ejector rods, as we have already talked, you just push it out, pull it out and push it in back. And we have finished of the complete process in only 7 seconds. Now, as we can see at the general ejector rod, we are still changing the pattern. And we are finished after, let me skip it. So we are finished after 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And as we can see, the KOSMEK quick connect ejector rods are finished in under 10 seconds. And as we can see here, the change time under 10 seconds, we don't need any tools, and the complete setup can be done with a single hand. In terms of PMC, the ejector coupler, it is very similar. It can be used in automated, so with pneumatic, you just need to pull out or insert it while connecting of the plates. So again, a very fast setup time reduction. So, but now, since we have talked about the die casting area, we are now coming again die cast, but in this case, the mold cylinder series. So if you want to reduce the cycle times and additional to reduce your oil consumption, our KOSMEK high power or high speed mold cylinder series is the product which can help you in this matter. The reason is simple. Due to our special structure, we were able to reduce the oil consumption, which is needed in this core cylinder, to only a half than a standard one. Another decisive reason is the speed in the push or the pull side. As we can see here, we have the boosting force, the idle force, and in terms of pulling, idle force. What does this mean? We were able to increase the speed when, let's say, we are pulling back of the core with not much force. Therefore, we can adjust the speed additional to more speed. And if we need much force while pulling or pushing of the mold, we slowing down the speed, but the boosting force is here, and therefore we can reduce the oil consumption and we can reduce this complete cycle time in the molding or in the die process. So Still, when using our mold cylinder series, you are able to reduce your cycle time for about 2 to 3 seconds per shot. A big die casting company from Italy made a test and they were able to reduce the cycle times per shot for about 2.5 seconds each. Now I want to show you the application example from our high-speed core pull cylinders. So the setup was easy. The cylinder inner diameter from the core cylinder was 50 millimeters with an actual stroke of 185 millimeters at a pressure of 150 bar and a capacity of 850 ton. First, we are starting with pushing the core in. Then we go into the molding process. And once the molding process is done, we are getting back and we are pushing the core out again. So pulling the core here. So now, as you can see, we have additional 4 times of ejecting of the workpiece, and we have a complete cycle time of 27 seconds before and after. We have a cycle time of 24 seconds, which reduces our cycle time, and our productivity goes up about 11% just by changing a general core cylinder to our high power or high speed core pull cylinder. So this were in terms of die casting our mold cylinder series. Now I want to come to some of our accessories like hydraulic units, like our operational and control panels, air valve units, and the non-leak valve unit. We have these products in very different and various types and usages for different clamping types, for different positioning or locating types. So if you need any further information to this component, please feel free to get in touch with us through KOSMEK at kosmek.eu. Now coming to the reference story from Azin, Turkey. We want to show you the reference from this company. They were using conventional clamping methods like screws or or lining presses, lining tables in their production. With these methods, the tool change took approximately 30 minutes, and there were also high possibilities of an injury for the operator. In 2019, Azin decided to make an investment for quicker tool change on the mechanical processes. They worked together with Hydropa Bursa, which is the distributor for KOSMEK Turkey. They changed the fixtures to quick change systems from KOSMEK with our automated clamping with the hydraulic automated clamping system. At first, this was no easy task, but after detailed studies, the project was completed with a huge success. They were able to reduce the changing time from 30 minutes down to 2 minutes just by changing the manual changing system to the KOSMEK quick change system. As you can see here in this reference, you are able to change your changing system of the tools very, very drastically with the help of the KOSMEK products. For now, I say thank you very much to all of your time and participation in today's webinar. It was a pleasure for me to host this webinar. I'm already looking forward into the webinar next week on Wednesday on the 24th of March about our pneumatic work holding range. Stay safe all and have a nice weekend for all of you. I say thank you for your time again. Bye-bye.